Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's dive right into this insecure episode. It was called Lowkey Moving On. This was a good episode. This was a good episode. All the hints that I read from last week, I got them all wrong. I got them all wrong, but let's jump right into it. So it opens up. Issa is she stalking Nathan or just creeping on his IG page? And I just said I wish it was Lawrence, or I said I wish it was Daniel, because at this time I don't know the tea with Condola and Lawrence. I said I wish it was Daniel, but she over here on Nathan's page, and I guess she noticed that. Can you know, I ain't that Instagram savvy. Can you notice when someone is active on Instagram, like when they're active on Facebook? And so that way you know when to DM them. I don't know. But Daniel's like, call me. So she calls Daniel, and see, my mind is stuck on Daniel. She calls Nathan, and I was like, Nathan's voice is real sexy. But I ain't here for Nathan, so moving on. Issa, somewhere through this phone call, thanked Nathan for his help. And when I watched it the first time, that went over my head. I ain't paying no attention. But the second time, I was like, oh, y'all know. So I caught it. So this is the famous conversation at the beginning of season 4, episode 1, where Issa's like, look, I ain't really fucking with Molly right now. So I was like, okay, this is where it all comes together. At this point in the show, I don't see how they're not fucking with each other anymore. Like, it just seems like a huge miscommunication. It seems like if they would have sat down and had lunch one time and talk this thing out, they wouldn't be in the space that they are now. But I understand they both were working a lot, and it just grew into something that it didn't have to be. Look at my hair, real fuzzy. But oh well. Moving on. So now we over at Molly. It's the next day. It's block party day. Molly and Andrew are together. So Molly opens us up like, I really don't want to go. You know, me and Issa ain't really getting along right now. Andrew was like, that's your girl. That's your best friend. You gotta go. And, you know, here Molly is like, well, I ain't got nothing to wear. What am I going to wear? And he was like, where would you wear any other day in L.A.? It's 75 degrees outside. And Molly is like, really just, she's looking for a reason not to go. And Andrew finally was like, look, me and you, babe, we can stay right here. I ain't got to go no way. That's your friend. And Molly was like, nah, you know I got to be there. So at the end of the day, Molly says she loves Issa. She just doesn't like her right now. We've all been there. It could be family. It could be friends. A lot of times it's family. Shut up. But you could be like, I love them, but I ain't fooling with them right now. You ain't gonna let nobody else do nothing to them, but you ain't fooling with them right now. Okay, moving on. Issa's setting up the block party. She doing her thing. She was like, where are all the black people? And old girl who is her assistant is like, look, it's only 17 minutes. You know we ain't showing up soon as the block party open. You know, it is what it is. You know how some of us would do. The block party reminds me so much of Memphis in May. The only reason we showed up early to Memphis in May because it was Cardi B, and we wanted to have a good section of the field. We want to be as close to the stage as we possibly could be. But other than that, people don't show up to that stuff on time. Moving on. Issa spots Condola. Awkward. It's instantly awkward. She's like, Condola, what's up? Like, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? And she was like, I came here to check on, my vendors. I wasn't going to leave you hanging. And Issa was like, well, did I do something to you? Like, you haven't been returning my texts. You haven't been returning my calls. And Condola's like, Lawrence ain't tell you? And Issa like, tell me what? And so then is where Condola realizes Issa doesn't know. So she doesn't understand the back off. And so she's like, me and Lawrence broke up. If I was Issa, I'm like, what that got to do with me? No, that ain't right. That ain't right. Issa kind of could feel the vibe of it probably has something to do with her and Lawrence is why they broke up. And that's why Condola pulled back. But at the end of it, Issa was like, okay, girl, I'll keep in touch. And I'm like, did she say keep in touch? Or she's like, I'll talk to you later. Like something like that. And I'm like, do y'all think Issa and Condola are really going to keep in touch after this moment? I don't think we're going to see Condola on our screens anymore. She better go back over there to Sisters. Was it Sisters? No, it ain't Sisters because I hate Sisters on, but I hate this to Tyler Perry. 20s. Condola plays on 20s on BET. That's a Lena Waithe. I love that show. Condola gonna have to go back over there because we ain't gonna see her on Insecure no more. I don't think. But moving on. This episode, we get more Kelly. Her assistant is like, look, it's black people at the step and repeat. And Issa was like, black people show love of stepping and repeating. Do they? I ain't been to no events that fancy where they've had an official step and repeat. Like I've been to some where people have created their own step and repeat. And yeah, black folks we love to pose behind them little cardboard signs. We love to pose and hold little things up. We do love a good step and repeat. She right. We love to take some pictures. And Kelly was like, let's do a happy, sexy in jail. I said, them are 3 poses. I'm going to have them on deck going forward. Forget all them Instagram selfies. Me and my girls, I'm like, happy, sexy jail. Let's go. I love Kelly. I promise you, I love Kelly so much. And then Kelly, she spotted her man and she switched up her accent to an English accent. I'm not going to do it because I can't do it. But Kelly switched it up so fast, I was hollering. She was like, look, oh boy, think I'm British. Just roll with it. And she was like, a taco. I love Kelly. Like, give me more Kelly. Give me more Kelly. She is hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, moving on. So now Issa over here doing a press interview. I was cracking up. This was such a good episode. I was laughing. She was like, so where are you from? You know, where are you from? She was like, this is just for my YouTube channel. She was like, okay, cool. What's the name of your channel? And no girl was like, I haven't started the channel yet. Is it just me? I was dying. I'm like, at least, girl, you committed and you look professional. I said, I need to do that shit. I need to do it. I need to hire me somebody with a camera and just go to events interviewing people for my YouTube channel. It is, at least my channel is set. But oh, girl was like, I ain't even started it yet. Sorry, it might have just been funny to me. I don't know. Now, Tiffany, they in a group talking. And she drinking, and it was like, what are you doing, dumping and pumping? And she was like, nah, that breastfeeding, it ain't work for me. Her loss, that shouldn't have been funny, y'all, but the shit was funny to me. And I did a double take. I was like, what Tiffany say? She said that was the baby loss. I'm over Tiffany. Amanda Seals, I'm over. She said her loss. Anyway. Now Issa brother come up. I need a whole separate show with Kelly, what's his name? Ahmad, Issa's brother. A whole 30-minute show of them two going back and forth. I would be on the ground. They are so funny to me. Ahmad came up and said hello to everybody, and Kelly was like, hello. He was like, I saw you. The shade of it all, I love. The subtle shade of it all, I love. And so now, Kelly's somewhere with her boo. And Ahmad is like, so Kelly, tell us a little bit more about London. Where are you from? This fool said, I'm sorry for laughing so much, y'all. I'm reliving the episode. Kelly done said I'm from South Central London, close to Benny Hill. I only remember Benny Hill from being a real little kid. That's how old Benny Hill is. A real little kid. It came on late at night. And I don't think I was allowed to watch it. And you know, like anything else, your parents say you can't watch. I would sneak and try to watch the shit. So that's the only reason I caught that Benny Hill reference. Kelly is too much. And so then Ahmad is like, well, tell us what you think about, what is it, Brexit? You couldn't ask me about that shit either because I ain't that informed on it either. So Kelly was like, nah, boo, tell us about some U.S. history. And he was like, yeah, it's two branches of the government, presidential. And I was like, okay, he ain't that dumb. He at least know two. But then the fool said banking. He said, yeah, banking, you know, Bank of America, that's where they print up all our money. That's why we got so many Bank of Americas. I'm like, poor thing, Kelly. I would have switched up my accent and walked away from his ass right there. I don't like a dumb man. I don't. I can't deal with a dumb man. Ignorant and dumb are two different things. He's dumb. Presidential and banking. All right. Okay. So, I already said it remind me of Memphis in May. Okay. Tiffany and Derek get a phone call from the babysitter. The baby crying nonstop. I guess we gotta go. We gotta go take care of our baby. And Tiffany is like, look, I'm out. You go relieve the babysitter. I'm gonna ride home with Kelly. And in that moment, it took me all the way back. My son just turned 17. So 17 years. I remember when I first had my son, me and my homegirl, I want to say it was Talia. It was a party going on. Talia was like, you want to come to this party? And I remember just, y'all know how men are. Just by chance, my son's dad was like, yeah, you and your homegirl go out. I'm going to watch the baby tonight. Not, I'm going to take him over to my mama house or not. Who gonna watch this baby? He was like, you and Talia go out. I'm gonna watch this baby tonight. And in my mind, it took me back because I remember when I'm out, I'm out. It wasn't nothing. I don't even think we had cell phones, but they weren't really big up. Cell phones weren't all that back in the day, like where you could text and stuff like that. So you could probably just turn it off on your daytime, nighttime minutes. But anyway, I remember when I was out at the party, I was out. Like, once, and my son, he had to be about 2 or 3 months old. I was not I don't care if it sounds bad. It's a real moment. I was not thinking about any phone calls of a crying child. He's with his dad. He can handle it. I was out, I was having a good time, and I was not thinking about going back home to a newborn baby until after this party was over. And I know I partied that night. I had a good time. I remember it. And as soon as that scene with Tiffany came on, I had the flashback. I said, I get you, Tiffany. I'm out. You go take care of that baby. Now, it came off harsh, but I understood. Because sometimes, just when you're a new mom, sometimes parents need a break. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what people want to read me or whatever. Parents need breaks too. But let's move on because I don't want to get into that debate. All right. Andrew and Molly are sitting down. Andrew gets Molly to be like, look at all this hard work. Look at what your best friend put together. Andrew gets Molly to understand, look, you think she got time to be diddly-daddling with you all up on the phone, hee-hee-ha-ha? This event took work. And think about all the nights you work late and you put me on the back burner. Can't you understand your friend was just working, getting this together? Aren't you proud of her? He got Molly to understand whatever issue with lack of communication, because I think Issa and Molly's issues are much deeper than that. But with the lack of communication issue, Andrew got Molly to come around. So I was happy about that moment. Molly, it seemed like she was getting up out of her feelings. Moving on. Hey, Nathan. Nathan shows up to the block party. I wasn't excited to see Nathan, but the one thing I noticed about this moment with Issa and Nathan, they hugged each other. And in the moment of that hug, my second time of watching it, because I already know what's going down, my second time, I caught that was a very affectionless hug. That hug to me screamed, I just needed you for this hookup, but I don't really want you type of hug. Like, thank you for the hookup, but that's about it. So, I saw you, Issa. I saw you, Issa. Okay, now, Issa is waiting up against a wall. All the black people are starting to show up to the block party. And at this moment, I'm looking for Lawrence. I'm like, okay, Lawrence is getting ready to come through this gate because he want to come surprise. I mean, not surprise, but support Issa. They have a good relationship. Lawrence ain't come. Lawrence wasn't in the episode, so my feelings was hurt, but I got over it. So Molly comes up with some wings. She's like, I know you ain't ate nothing all day, girl. And it seemed like they were getting ready to rekindle their friendship over some wings. But then here come the assistant like, girl, what's his name? Vince Staples is here. He finally showed up. And Issa was like, Molly, I gotta go. And she left. And I was like, oh, Molly look a little bit butthurt. But she'll get over it. So the next thing we see, the wobble slide comes on. So I haven't heard a wobble slide that I can resist. Like, if I'm on a cruise, if I'm at a party, at my wedding reception, wherever I hear a barbecue, if you play the wobble slide, I'm wobbling. I want to do the wobble. I downloaded the wobble slide, and I got me a little strobe light in my house since we be on lockdown. I might wobble slide in my living room just for the hell of it. Turn the strobe light on. I can't resist a good wobble. I don't care how old it is. But moving on. Issa and Molly finally connect on the wobble slide. They made eye contact. They were like, hey girl, yeah, wobble baby, wobble baby. You know, they was doing it. They was doing it. Issa got on the stage. She had a quick shout out. Everybody was clapping for her. Yeah, Issa, you go girl, you did this. Bam. I thought Issa and Molly at least had the dog in there. He better not be messing with none of my shoes or nothing. I hear him in the closet. But moving on. So, I thought the door was open. They was good. There we go. Get out of there, Luke. Anyway, now pardon me for 1 second. I ain't never heard of Vince Staples. I ain't never heard a single one of his songs. But thank you, Issa, for introducing me to him. Moving on. The show is over. Vince's manager comes out. Hey, hey, Andrew. Vince want to holler at you real quick and thank you for this opportunity for the hookup. And Molly was like, wait a minute. What hookup? And he was like, oh, it ain't nothing. You know, Nathan reached out to me and asked me if I could reach out to Vince for Issa. And Molly was like, that bitch? Like, she ain't say that bitch. She might have. But I ain't write down verbatim. But it seems like she's like, that bitch, she went behind my back and had my man to do a favor for her. Like, she was like, I need to talk to her right now. And I'm like, okay. From right then, that change and shift of energy, I said, wrong place, wrong time. Because Andrew said, all I did was send him an email. It wasn't really a big deal. Like, I didn't really jump through any hoops. Now, I was riding with Molly last week. I understand you, Molly, don't want to ask your man for any favors because you want to keep business and personal separate. I understand that. And you and your man just made up. So you ain't trying to really be like, yeah, I'm fucking you tonight, but do my best friend a favor. Like, I was riding with Molly last week. I understood both sides last week. But this week, I wasn't here for Molly. To me, this week, Molly was 100% dead wrong. She turned into a hating ass bitch who I don't understand why you hating. I don't understand why she hating on Issa. Let's get into it. Molly thinks in the middle of the block party is the right place to get on Issa. She said, and I said it, I don't get what set Molly off. Like, to me, I would have been, I could have even understood, okay, Molly, you pissed. Let me talk to Issa later. I don't know. Y'all get in the comments and let me know. So Molly said to Issa, bitch, you went behind my back to ask my man to do you a favor, and right there in that moment, the key thing I heard was my man. Molly is so happy to have a man. She don't know what to do. I don't think Molly knows what to do, and I think she's so scared of like, she's done had a throuple. She done had all these dates on the dating apps. She done had a little man who was bisexual that she really couldn't get with. Each his own, your choice. But Molly has a man right now, and in that statement, it seems like can't nobody. She wanted him. Can't nobody talk to her man but her. Like, that's my man. Don't do shit with my man. I think that's really her issue, because I don't see what else she hating on Issa for. Issa was like, look, you asked me not to involve you in the situation, so I didn't involve you. I asked Nathan. I was riding with Issa. She was like, what you want me? I feel like Molly wants her block party to be trash. Like, I feel like the way Molly was coming at Issa, like, she wanted Molly to fail. Molly wanted Issa to fail just so she could help Issa back up. But since Issa didn't fail, she don't really know where to go with the relation. Like, I can't put my finger on the hatred. Like, they didn't open up that window for me to really see Molly's hatred in this situation. But I feel Issa like, excuse me, I ain't involved you, I involved Nathan. And she back to, well, that's my man. Your ass, she gonna tell Issa, your ass stay needing a favor. And I was like, Issa, your ass do always need a favor. But that's besides the point. When you friends, doing a favor is no issue. And if the favor ever becomes to the point where it's crossing a line or becoming too much, where you feel used, if that is your best friend, you should be able to communicate it. Like, look, girl, I can't do this for you this time. When you gonna get a job? Let me come over here and help you get a little piece of job. You know, that's what you do when you tired of doing favors for people. Let me come over here and help you get your finance, get a little budget, get your finances together. You know, that's what you do when you tired of always doing people a favor, or you just learn to say no. You can say no to your best friend. You don't have to say yes to everything, but it's all in the delivery. But moving on to the conversation. Now with Issa, she was like, you think right now is the right place and the right time to confront me with this situation? And then Molly is like, bitch, with your backstabbing, I keep saying, it sounded like Molly was that shady. But she was like, with your shady backstabbing ass, what you mean? You always want to try to stab me in the back. And I'm like, how did Issa stab you in the back? Like, how? I could see if Issa went to Andrew and said, Andrew, you know, you date my girl Molly. I need a favor. Can you reach out to Vince? Issa didn't even involve herself. She asked Nathan, who is Andrew's roommate. And then we gonna backtrack a second or two. If it was not for Issa messing around with Nathan, Molly wouldn't have no Andrew. So just say you did me a favor, you got me a man, he got you a concert. Moving on, we even. Don't do the shit again. You know, I don't understand. I really don't understand the issue, especially I can see if Nathan asked Andrew and Andrew had to really pull some strings and it really he was doing something that would jeopardize his job to do Issa a favor, but Andrew said all I did was send an email. Like, Molly is tripping. I need the tea on Molly's logic of what is a backstab, because I don't see it. I don't think Molly is jealous. I don't know what it is, because right now, if you look at Molly and Issa side by side, Molly, you winning. You got the career, you got the man, like, you got the stability. Issa is sitting over here running an apartment complex that she has no experience. She don't know what she doing. She leaning on Condola to get this block party together, and she ain't got no man. No man. Like, she just got rid of TSA Bay, and that was the best Issa could do at this moment. I ain't saying that's the best. Like, Issa could get Lawrence back, I feel, but I would have been Issa like, can't nobody ask your man nothing. Like, that's your man. Like, I feel like that's going to turn Andrew off. That clutching, this my man. My man. I don't know. I don't know. Isha should have hit Molly with the what about you in this throuple? What, you was just in the throuple last week. Like, this just became your man 2 weeks ago. I agree with Issa. You always point out my problems, but what about you? Like, it's so much Issa. I feel like Issa is a true friend, because Issa could have hit Molly with a lot of stuff. She could have threw Dro in her face. Be like, well, why don't you ask Andrew about how he feel about fucking married couples? Like, Issa could have destroyed Molly, because Issa knows Molly's tea as well, especially her dating history tea. But Issa dating history, I mean, she did mess it up with Lawrence. But moving on. Now they're in full drama. They're in each other's face like, bitch, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, bitch? And so, you know, as soon as you start putting fingers in the face, someone like, it's a gun. And black folks, that's all we gotta hear. We out. The way Kelly dropped that accent was like, bitch, I'm from Philly. Run. I love Kelly. I love Kelly. I'm mad at Molly for messing up the block party. Molly, you was wrong for messing up the block party. I done wrote all these notes. I done skipped so much. Anyway, let's end this because I'm talking too much. At the end of the episode, we hear this song called Where Do We Go From Here? I want to know who sings that so I can put that on my title playlist. I like that song. When is the soundtrack for season 4 coming out? Get in the comments, let me know, because insecure soundtracks hit every season. Okay. Issa sees this sign that said good vibes only, and then bam, it starts pouring down rain. It's like that sometime, Issa. It's like that sometime in life. This was a good episode. Next week, y'all, who you think gonna apologize first? I think at the end of the day, this only the mid-season. They gotta drag this Issa and Molly stuff out a couple of more episodes. Maybe we'll have it fixed to lead us into season 5. Congratulations on season 5, Issa. I honestly think at the end of the day, Issa gonna have to apologize. She ain't gonna apologize too soon. But Issa is gonna be the one who has to step to Molly and apologize, because right now Molly got a man. Molly ain't thinking about you, girl. Molly is on cloud 9. She got a man. She feels above you. She does not need you. And Molly is a bitch. Molly is not going to apologize to Issa first. I feel like give us some more Kelly and Tiffany storylines to fill it up. I don't want Issa and Molly to apologize too soon. We still need to know if this baby is Derek's baby. I forgot about that from last season. Get in. I need some more tea about that, Issa. Who is Simone's daddy? Okay, so at the very end of the credits, Yvonne Orji, I think that's how you say her name, has a comedy special. And the first thing I said, this bitch. I say, Angie, separate. Separate. That is not Molly. That is not Molly. Crazy, y'all. Sorry. I can't wait to see this comedy special. It comes on Saturday, June 6th. It looks funny. Like, I didn't know she was a stand-up comedian. Molly is a funny character, but this special looks funny. I probably will review it kind of like I did the Monique one, just give my 2 cents on what I think about it. But check that out, Saturday, June 6th, her comedy special. All right, y'all, I'm gonna talk for 30 minutes. I hope y'all listened the whole time. This was a good episode. I love it when it's a good Insecure episode. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you all think. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you listened this long and you have not subscribed to Kiss My Cheeks TV, you must like what you hear. So hit subscribe. And see what else I got going on. I'm going to be doing Insecure and some more stuff. And like, comment, share. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.